Hey all, it's Natalie and I have a layout share for you. I was trying not to go as long as I went last time without sharing my pile of layouts and putting them away. I think my last share was a giant one in October, so it is the beginning of January, so let's start the year off right and put away these layouts. So I'll show them to you before I put them away. We left off in October, so I had a few more Halloween layouts that I played with and did. These are foam stickers from Paper House and they're so cute and fun, but I have stuck this guy down so many times and he does not want to stick. This was Heath last year, and we actually had this guy walking around trick-or-treating, and he was using his nice camera, and he was like, "Hey, your costume is cool. Do you mind if I stand you in this light and take your picture?" Which of course you couldn't see his face, so sure, stranger, take his picture, that's fine. And I was like, wait, that's a really good shot. So I wanted to take one too. So I thought it would be cool to highlight the orangeness of the photo by only doing black elsewhere. So that's fun. I think I did this for acrylic stash brush, and I did some heat embossing on those acrylic pieces, and you can see them nice and glittery. And these are some of my favorite thickers from American Crafts, Spooky Creepy Yikes, because he was really creepy that year. So that was fun. Let's see, where can I put them? Okay, one more Halloween layout. Let's go holiday-ish in order. So this one I used a sketch, and I think this was a Just Because layout, I think. You can find a video about it on my channel. And I think I used a Laura Whitaker sketch and some of my cherry box and some other things for my stash. But I always like to take, this kind of like a tradition that I take a picture of my kids kind of from above, looking through their candy stash. So this one says candy please and has them trick-or-treating little sticker, and it says trick or treat. So I thought that was kind of fun. I had a good time playing around and making that one. So we'll move on. This was a Not Just for Boys Kid Club kit. And this paper is, Paper Rose. And it's just so incredibly gorgeous. I love it so much. So I kind of fussy cut up the leaves a little bit. And then actually like that below the vellum here, and then I did a little gold splatter, and then put in some of the these are Mente chippies, and so I colored them up in the same colors. Look how perfectly that matches with some Distress Oxides. And yeah, I like this. And the colors in this balloon arch for my kids' fall festival was just so perfect. So this is the last year that they're going to be in school together, in the same school, until they were in high school, until Heath is a senior and Lachlan is a freshman. So I try not to think about it, but it is special. So I want to document those things. Oh, here we have Wally. I did this layout for a cherry on top, and I was talking about how I mix and match collections, and how a lot of times little baby collections are really my vibe, although I did just buy one. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's on its way to me right now, and it's so cute. And so it's I think they're kind of taking notes on we don't just want the same old baby stuff, right? But this was one where I kind of combined a few different collections and made it my own baby-ish collection. So this was just his introduction layout. It says, "Hi, I'm Wally." He is my nephew and he's fabulous. And another Wally page. So this one was for, I think it might have been for Hop. I think we were talking about what we were grateful for. So this collection by 49 and Market was so perfect. I love it so much. So I used some of my favorites, which are the rub-ons, and then I love this plaid paper. And I just talked about how I'm grateful for my sister-in-law, my brother, for giving me this beautiful, precious little nephew. And then I used my favorite Razzle Dazzle sequins from Picket Fence Studios, which I love, and I really swear they go with everything. And this one, I kind of just had the photos, and they're cute photos, and I would have scrapbooked them, but they kind of sparked a little story. The little houses in the collection pack. This is a Not Just for Boys Kit Club. helped me to think of a story that I want to tell. So I have quite a bit of journaling down here, and it's just talking about how we don't live in a neighborhood, and so they have to play with one another outside, and they are mostly sweet but sometimes savage. It's actually probably opposite. They're probably mostly savage and sometimes sweet, but like sometimes I know little kids are supposed to play outside and scream and yell, but like sometimes I have to be like, you got to stop. Like the neighbors are going to think something's wrong. Oh, I did some heat embossing on some more Mente chippies, and I love that. It's so cute, and it matches the gold alpha there. Another fall layout with my sweet Lola and her pumpkins and her little doggies out. And there wasn't much to this. Just I used a really cute cut file from Not Just for Boys, and I backed it in vellum, and I heat embossed the whole thing. And I think it's super sparkly and gorgeous. I don't know if you can tell. It's like really glittery, and it says, "Hey there, pumpkin pup." See my little pumpkin pup. And another fall one, Not Just for Boys, and it is another cut file by them, which it was a wreath, and I just split it in half, and I used some watercolors to color it up with some, these are some really old paints I had. They're like on a felt little dauber. And then I used some splatter on that, and I'm liking it. It's a lot of pattern. We got like the floral and we got the plaid, but I'm liking it, and it matched perfectly with their outfits. I'm gonna have to go back and get the year on this because I feel like this was like 2 or 3 years ago. Because Lachlan looks really small, so, but I'm liking the vibe there. The colors are fun. So this layout was for a cherry on top. I used Jen Hadfield's new little like retro collection, and it was super perfect to document my mother-in-law's birthday. It's her 60th birthday. We did like, the theme was like her 60th when she was born in the 60s. So we kind of did like the retro vibe, you know, like the flowers and everything. I had backed all my little rips with glitter paper, and this one fell out. The glitter paper, of course, doesn't love to stick to tape, so I should have used glue apparently, and so I'm gonna have to replace that pink glitter tear. But I did some ink blending with my Cricut and a lot of pattern paper cutouts, and yeah, I like this. And I'm gonna do like a sorry, I totally blanked, a pocket page on the other side because we have a ton of pictures from that day, pictures of her with everyone, the family and friends. So I want to be able to fit them all in. And then next up, I think everything else is Christmas layouts. I did quite a few Christmas layouts and a lot of pink this year. I don't know. I was on a Christmas pink binge vibe. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. So this was just with a bunch of Stash, Fancy Pants, Pink Fresh Studio, Vicky Booten, all from like last year. And I'm documenting these photos of my boys at some event that we went to with lights. And I kind of tinted the photos a little bit to be like a pinky vibe, so we kind of go with that. But I had fun. Actually, I think this was a sketch. I think this was for a hop for Jen. I can't think of her last name. It's for Jen's celebratory hop though, and so you can look I don't know how to say her name. That's what it is. Jen Gagney, I think is how you say it. Anyway, it's Kaz mom, but it's for her celebration hop. And so I have like a little shaker there with the sequins, and I kind of use the same paper to back that, so it's like you can kind of see through it. I don't know. That was fun. This one is with a Not Just for Boys Kit Club, and it was a baking themed kit. And so it said holiday baking, so I ink blended that, and then I did the little white, which I got that, like I scrap lifted my friend Jessica Michaels for one of her celebratory hops a while back, and the layout that I scrap lifted of her had an ink blended title with the little white highlights. So I love that so much, and so I was like, I want to do that again. So I did. So this is just my boys making some cookies here, and then all the little die cuts. I can't talk tonight. I don't know. It from Simple Stories were so stinking cute. So I love this one. And then I just tied little ribbons around there to give it a little bit of extra texture. So this was for Rediscover Your Stash hop. We were doing trims, or like the there were other options, like you could use the branding strip and stuff, but I chose trims. So I used this trim that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I used Paige Evans Sugar Plum Wishes mixed with Fancy Pants Fruitcake and Tinsel. And then I also zigzag stitched over this like little twine down here. And these are just pictures of my boys and their cousin Wally. And we were having breakfast and going to the parade. So that was a fun one. This one I think is for Technique Tuesday. We were making our own backgrounds on a cherry on top. And I used a new stencil to me. It's all these gorgeous little dots. They almost look like penny tile. And then I did Distress Oxides, scraped over them and lots of water. And then I stamped, and then I added some rub-ons from 49 and Market. And then used a little bit of Mix and Mingle from last year, which is Simple Stories. And then this is Fruitcake and Tinsel again from Fancy Pants. And that was this year's collection. And again, pink. I don't know. I was like feeling the pink at Christmas time. Oh, here we got Wally again. And I wanted to, you know, kind of bust my stash. And this is from, I think I did this for Acrylic Stash Bust. And this is from Not Just for Boys Kit Club last year. Like, not, I know it's 2024 now, but like 2022. And I've been hoarding it because it's so beautiful. I don't know if you can tell, but it has like some etching on it. It's super beautiful. It's kind of hard to tell, but I wonder if I should rub a little bit of like wax into that. But then like if I do it and then I hate it, then it's going to be impossible to get it out. Ooh, I don't know. But this is from, the other stuff is from Pink Fresh Studio. And I used my new Dress Your Craft little stitching die up at the top, and I stitched through it a little bit. And then just, my sister-in-law is really fabulous at sending me pictures of Wally, even though I don't get to see him every single day, which would be my preference. She's really good at sending me photos. So these were some of his, I think, 3-month photos. And he has little hat on. He's so stinking cute. So I had to scrap them, and they matched everything so perfectly. And green is my favorite color. So love that boy. And this is the last one. So this is again another pink Christmas page. I think I did it for Cut File Chaos with Sarah. And it says best gift ever, because this came up on my memories on Facebook, and I realized I had never scrapbooked it. But it was funny because they sat with Santa and they asked for whoopee cushions, and that was the only thing they asked for Christmas. So I had to document that because it was so cute. And then the photo in the background was such cute colors with the turquoise and everything. So it matched the Mix and Mingle collection really well. So I mix and mingle with a little bit of Sugar Plum Wishes as well. And yeah, did a little journaling, and that's it. So that's my little share from the past couple of months. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you guys for watching. I'll throw my affiliate link down below if you need to do any shopping. I'd love it for you to use that over at A Cherry on Top. Feel free to ask me any questions, and I love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.